The Wasteland has no shortage of fabled treasures for us to uncover through cryptic conversations, deranged diaries, and legendary, legends, all guiding us in the right direction. And this time, we're going to uncover the truth behind the Blue Star bottle caps. But where is this mysterious treasure? How do we find it? And more importantly, what even is it? There's two ways your search for the treasure can begin. Either by opening a bottle of Sunset sarsaparilla and getting a Blue Star bottle cap, or by finding one of them in the Wasteland, which is pretty easy thanks to their blue glow. At first, these stars seem unimportant. They're just neat pieces of tat worth the same as any other bottle cap. But the truth is, they're so much more. So special and rare that someone who used to collect them has been watching us, waiting for us to pick one up and see our reaction. And it's through him we can learn about this legend that's driven hunters mad for countless years.
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and, screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature.
He's been following us for quite a while, and the reason he's only speaking to us now is because he knows we have a Blue Star, which in his words are the keys to a legendary treasure from before the war.
There's an old Wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called Sunset Sarsaparilla stars. The easiest place to find them is unopened bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla. You'd think they'd all have been picked clean by now, but somehow new bottles keep appearing in the machines. Some say it's old Festus that does it, hoping someone will finally collect enough caps to earn the treasure. Other than bottles, you'll just have to scavenge. You can find caps in the unlikeliest of places, and Blue Star caps are no exception. It's said that the treasure is guarded by a man named Festus, and he's the one who asked for the Blue Star caps. It's also said he's been around since the war, standing a lonely vigil, waiting for someone to come and take the treasure off his hands. That'll make him pretty damn old, but I've met a few people in my travels who claim they actually met him, and they weren't the lying type either. Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion that they have some of those caps. If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
Despite retiring from the hunt, Malcolm still has several Blue Stars, 6 in total, and even though he's claimed to have stopped searching for the treasure, he's unwilling to part ways with the ones he's already found. Even if he believes he's stopped looking, the fact that he's keeping them and telling others about the legend tells us that he's not truly stopped searching. Luckily, he's not willing to kill for more, like some people. Malcolm is no threat. And you can take a page out of his book and find your own bottle caps, or you can do as Alan does and take Malcolm's by force. Either way, you now know about the Sunset Stars and the fabled treasure, but that's it for now. Sometime later, during your search for Benny, you're going to pass through Nipton. And it's here where you can encounter 2 more people, knowingly and unknowingly carrying keys to the treasure. When you approach them, you can hear gunfire and a girl begging for help. Some people might be a bit wary about getting involved, but the natural thing to do is to help the person asking for help. In the event you do, the man dies, and the first sign something is off is you lose karma. The second sign is the girl snatches something from the man's body before coming to thank you. This is Jacqueline. According to her, the man attacked her, shouting about stars or something. Jacqueline has no idea what he was talking about and asks us if we do, and this is the third sign something's off. During your conversation, if at any point you mention knowing about Blue Star bottle caps, then when you go to walk away, she'll shoot you in the back. For the more observant courier, you can say you saw her take something from the dead man, to which she replies it was her lucky star necklace. According to her, they're rare, so maybe that's why the man wanted them. Even so, she's just glad they're back where they belong. all 6 of them. But there's actually 7 caps on the necklace, not 6. An honest mistake, given the circumstances, but if you call her out for lying about the necklace being hers, she'll turn on you again, claiming there can be no witnesses. It's clear Jacqueline isn't telling us the whole truth, and the man can't fill in the gaps on account of him being dead. But it's easy to learn thanks to the man's journal, which you can find on his person. This is Thomas, a prospector who made a bundle of caps turning in some scrap in the last town he passed through. We don't know the name of the town, but it was there where he met a girl who became his new travelling companion. Her name was Jacqueline. Thomas found her pretty cute, and while he may have been getting ahead of himself, he believed things were finally turning around. Lots of caps, a pretty girl, all thanks to the power of his lucky necklace. The necklace she took after killing him. Upon learning the truth, you can confront her. However, there's nothing you can say besides using the terrifying presence perk to get her to part ways with the necklace, and the encounter will most likely end in bloodshed. And once it has, you can take 9 star bottle caps from her person, 7 from the necklace and 2 more inside her pockets. But this is only one possible outcome. Without your interference, Thomas usually survives, and unlike Jacqueline, he doesn't loot her body for more blue stars. As a matter of fact, the first thing he does is run to you to explain what happened, and thanks to his journal, we already know he's telling the truth. Thomas isn't a star cap hunter, but after years of prospecting, he's found several blue stars, and since they're quite rare, he decided to keep them, not knowing their intended purpose. In time, the caps became lucky, and I guess they made him feel special, so much he turned them into a necklace to keep them safe. Little did he know, they didn't make him special. They turned him into a target, and after his run-in with Jacqueline, Thomas willingly gives them up without any fuss, and he isn't holding out either. He doesn't have any more than 7 because he didn't take the 2 from Jacqueline, reinforcing our knowledge that Thomas truly doesn't know what the blue stars mean. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. After speaking to the courier, whoever is left alive will then walk to the Mojave outpost and disappear for good, taking the star caps with them. But if you play your cards right, you can add 9 more blue stars to your collection without killing a single person. Naturally, we want the treasure. People are killing for it, so it must be good. But right now we don't have any leads, and the best thing to do is to get on with the main quest while keeping an eye out for more stars and more star hunters. But if you don't want to sit around, the most logical thing you can do is go to a place associated with Sunset Sarsaparilla. After all, it's their caps we're collecting, and the only location that could be in the Mojave is the company headquarters near the New Vegas Strip, where sarsaparilla was both bottled and distributed before the war. Stepping inside, we aren't met by hunters or traps, rather an old cowboy animatronic called Festus, the treasure's guardian. And oh boy, does he have a lot to say.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the headquarters of the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company. Wrangle up a stool and listen to old Festus jaw a while. If you and old Festus are old pals, say a command now. Otherwise, say, pleased to meet you, and we'll get acquainted. New to the hunt, are you? Well, listen carefully, as old Festus don't like to repeat himself. Select Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles will have special caps with blue stars on them. These caps are known as Sunset Sarsaparilla stars. Why are these stars there, and what do they mean? Nobody knows, except maybe old Festus. Rustle up enough of them and you can win a prize. So get out there and start drinking Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Thanks to Festus, we now know the legend is true, and the treasure is real. But we're a long way off from getting whatever it is, and the only way to proceed is to find enough blue stars. While the Guardian never said how many blue stars we need, the answer is 50. I know that sounds like a lot, but thanks to Thomas and Jacqueline, plus the one from earlier that caused Malcolm to reach out, we have at least 10. And getting 40 more is quite easy, because the blue stars aren't as rare as people think. 1 in 20 bottles will have a blue star, and the ones people have found but didn't take are strewn all over the place, so you can easily rustle up the 50 needed for the grand prize.
Festus knew you could do it. I suppose you'll be wanting that prize now. Well then, hold on to your hat, 'cause it's a doozy. Not many people have heard the true story behind Sunset Sarsaparilla. Well, it's a right honor. And now, without further ado, your prize, the Legend of the Star. Long ago, people didn't have a heap of choices when it came to soft drinks. It was either water or Nuka-Cola. Now, the threat of legal action forces me to say that Nuka-Cola is a swell beverage, but sometimes people just wanted something different, you know? So one day a man, a saloon owner in a small town, decided to make a new type of soft drink and asked his patrons what flavor they'd like it to be. After getting no help from them, a stranger at the end of the bar suggested the man make a sarsaparilla-flavored drink. The stranger said he would happily share his family's recipe for the drink on one condition. The condition being that the stranger would be allowed to sample the bottle whenever he liked to ensure the recipe was being followed to the letter. The man happily agreed, thinking the drink would make him rich, and the stranger promised to meet him by sundown the next day. The next morning, the sheriff stopped by and reported that the stranger's body was found on the side of the town road. He'd been killed by bandits. The man, cursing his luck, closed the saloon early that day, just as the sun began to set. But after he'd locked the doors, he turned around to find an unfamiliar bottle on the bar with a note beneath it. The note was sealed with blue wax in the shape of a star. Opening it, the man found it contained a recipe for a sarsaparilla-flavored drink. Sampling the bottle's contents and finding it singularly delicious, the man gave silent thanks to his mysterious benefactor, wherever he was. Being an honorable man, the saloon owner paid for the stranger's funeral, thinking it was the least he could do to repay him. The saloon owner went on to become rich selling the new drink, and to this day, some bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla have a blue star under their caps. Some say the saloon owner ordered it done in honor of the stranger. Others say it's the stranger sampling the bottles like he promised. And that's the legend of the star. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you continue enjoying Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Yeah, the treasure is a story. Overall, it's a fairly disappointing prize, and to add insult to injury, you also fail the quest. I'll cover the company's history in a future video, but by 2077, rumors of a contest surfaced where consumers could cash in blue stars for prizes. At first, this wasn't true, but due to a 300% increase in sales, the company promoted the contest rather than renounce the rumor. And to make it more interesting, they installed Festus in the lobby to tell the story and receive blue stars. This is all explained on the terminals here, but the information said prizes, plural, so there must be something else. Bringing this up to Festus reveals that quite a few people have complained about the reward. Children don't want stories, they want prizes, and based on the burn marks and bullet holes riddling the animatronic, I'd say quite a few hunters have taken out their anger on old Festus. Remarkably, he's still functional, and since we too have complained about the prize, he offers us something else.
The Sunset Sarsaparilla Company has received a number of complaints regarding the prize awarded for handing in Sunset Sarsaparilla stars. Therefore, we have seen fit to provide another prize that we feel will placate the most discriminating customer. Just head through the double doors and follow the hallway to your left to the very end. An attendant will be there to present your prize directly. We at the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company would once again like to thank you for your patronage.
With this, a new quest begins, called A Valuable Lesson. a quest you can't fail, and following Festus's instructions eventually leads to a prize vault. For hundreds of years, people have spoken of the treasure, people have spent their entire lives searching for it, others have killed and died because of it, and now we're going to find out what it was all for. A deputy's badge that does, weighs, and is worth nothing. And just like the badge, it was all for nothing. Or at least it would have been, if not for a certain Alan Marks, who also discovered the truth. The dead hunter can be found in the corner of the room, wearing his hard-earned deputy badge, and beside him is a holotape containing the final words he spoke before he took his own life.
I guess this is it. Not much air left now. Minutes maybe. And this is what I have to show for it. I guess the joke's on me. Probably shouldn't have killed all those people. Probably should have stayed at home and taken care of my mom. She always used to say people who murder and steal die bad in the end. Said they...
You can hear from Alan's words that he regretted his actions. But here's the thing. While the treasure wasn't worth it for him, it was for us. While the badges hold no value, you can still find around 1,500 bottle caps inside the vault, along with Alan's unique laser pistol, Pew Pew, and we didn't have to kill a single person for it, so it's guilt-free. Usually, unique weapons are unique only in stats, but Pew Pew is visually different. Painted in sunset sarsaparilla colors, there's also a bottle cap with a crudely drawn star screwed on the back, and underneath the cap are the words, "Had it coming," along with 8 notches telling us Alan murdered 8 people to get his 50 blue stars. However, on the rest of the pistol are 114 more notches. Is that how many people he killed? Is that how many blue stars he found, not knowing he only needed 50? Or does it mean something else? I have no idea, so leave your theories in the comments. While we don't know what all of the notches mean, we do know he killed at least 8 people, and he killed them quickly, jury-rigging the pistol to get it done. There's 2 capacitors and additional wires, hinting at its extra output, and the pistol does do double damage, visualized by its distinct orange beam, more intense muzzle flash, and the fact each shot uses 5 energy cells instead of 1. In the end, the treasure of the Blue Star isn't some mythical fortune buried beneath the Mojave. It's a reminder of what the Wasteland does to people. A rumor that started as a cheap marketing stunt grew into a legend powerful enough to twist lives, fuel murders, and pull countless hunters into a chase that could only ever end in disappointment. For Malcolm, it was an obsession he barely escaped. For Thomas, it was nothing more than a lucky charm. For Jacqueline and Alan, it became a reason to spill blood. And for Festus, well, he's just been standing here for 200 years, telling a story no one ever wanted to hear. But that's the Mojave. People will cross deserts, kill strangers, and throw their lives away for the chance that maybe, just maybe, the rumors are true. And even when the vault turns out to be filled with worthless badges, the legend still survives. Someone else will find a blue star, someone else will hear the story, and someone else will start the hunt all over again. So while the treasure itself amounts to nothing, the journey to find it is one of the most revealing. It shows us greed, desperation, hope, tragedy, and the sort of stories people cling to when the world offers them nothing else. And maybe that's why the legend will never die. Because in a place like the Mojave, even a lie is better than having nothing to believe in.